Hello, it's time for the November Basho. We've got some bolder predictions. Will Takakeisho be the guest of honor, or will he be the turkey? Fall through!
Throw the salt, get in the ring. Welcome to the Dohyo.
Hello and welcome back to the Dohyo here on MrJWags channel. We have got an amazing November tournament coming up, and we have got some bolder predictions. But a lot of stuff has happened in the sumo world since our last tournament. So, last time on Sumo. Interestingly, we have had 19 wrestlers go intai. Yeah, 19 retirements since the beginning of the last tournament, and that is a lot. A couple of notable names among the intai. Former Maegashira Akisayama. Best known for his 4 Basho at Maegashira, topping out at Maegashira 12. He also had 2 lower division Yusho in his long career. And of course, Tokushoryu, channel favorite, has gone intai. Of course, former Maegashira, who came out of nowhere to win the January 2020 tournament from the lowest rank on the Banzake. No one saw this coming. Not only is it an amazing sumo story, it was the very first tournament I covered here on the Dohyo, so there will always be a special place in my heart for the Tokushoryu Surprise Yusho. His top rank was Maegashira 2. He had 2 special prizes, 1 Kinboshi, and a Jun Yusho in his Mankauchi career. Tokushoryu, thank you for one of the most exciting moments in sumo history. You will be missed. Now, perhaps in response to the 19 wrestlers going intai, the JSA has officially abolished all height and weight entrance requirements for sumo. Also, the Makushita Tsukedashi program, which used to allow various amateur champions to skip the line a bit and start their careers in Makushita, either at Makushita 15 or 10, depending on which and the amount of championships you won as an amateur. That has been changed, and the best you can do as a Makushita Tsukedashi is now starting at Makushita 60. So, you're still starting in Makushita. It will shave tournaments off of your career if you manage to start there, but it's going to add about 2 or 3 more tournaments before you reach the paid ranks. So it looks like we're never going to have another guy like Hakuoho who starts in Makushita and then immediately makes it to Juryo in one tournament. So that was nice while I lasted. First bold prediction of our 6 Juryo promotees, 4 of them are going to get winning records. I think those are going to be Ichi Yamamoto, Tomikaze, the 2 guys with previous Makuuchi experience, as well as debutantes to the top division, Roga and Kitanowaka. I am not as excited about the 2 debutantes Tohakuryu and Chura no Umi, but we will indeed see. My current working theory is that there is not a whole lot of talent difference between the very bottom of Makuuchi and the very top of Juryo, so we will see. Perhaps their excellent tournaments last tournament will carry over into the lower Maegashira ranks. But I don't think so. First bolder prediction is going to be a repeat from the last tournament that I almost got right. I don't really see this as a tournament where a lot of Maegashira are going to excel. So once again, I am going to predict that no Maegashira get more than 10 wins. Now, last tournament, only 1 did, and it was Atami Fuji. I don't think Atami Fuji is going to break 10. He might get to 10, but he's not going to get more than that. I think this tournament is going to be largely dominated by the very top of the rankings. And speaking of the top of the rankings, my very next bold prediction, Terunofuji will not be there. No, he's going to go kyujo again. We have a Yokozuna, we just don't see him. And yeah, as I have said before, I really don't think we're ever going to see him finish another tournament. How much did we miss the Radiator, guys? Come on. Sing for me! Bolderer prediction, I believe one of our Ozeki will also go kyujo. Now the easy pick here would be Takakeisho, because as we all know, or at least we all have been pointing out on the Twitters and the sumo subreddits, is that for his last 3 Yusho, Takakeisho has followed up each one with a kyujo. So, it feels like history is really pushing towards Takakeisho going kyujo on this one. But history is also pushing another Ozeki towards kyujo. If you look back at recent history, all the way through Takayasu, going back to Goeido, so from Takayasu to now, every single new Ozeki has gone kyujo in his first 3 tournaments. So, we will see which interesting piece of history might come true here. So it's my prediction that that second piece of history is in fact going to win out, and we might not have Hoshoryu for this tournament. And now it's time for 3 Up, 3 Down, a recurring segment where I take a look at 3 wrestlers who I think are a little underranked and will be doing very well, and 3 wrestlers who I think are overranked and will not have a great tournament. My first down, Maegashira 12 Oho. Now, normally I'm very, very pro Young Hotness, and Oho is still pre-peak, but it's just he hasn't shown us much this year. He's only gotten 1 winning record all year, and it was way down at Maegashira 16, so right now I guess his floor is Maegashira 16. Great. He's at Maegashira 12 this tournament, so yeah, I'm not expecting him to do that great. I'm expecting a losing record and hopefully more out of Oho in the future, but right now, I gotta see something. My second down wrestler is Maegashira 1 Asanoyama. The fact is, since he's returned to Makuuchi, he really hasn't been as dominant as we have all expected. He looks a little bit slow and a little bit more vulnerable to injury than he used to be. And my final down, Maegashira 3 Takayasu. This one hurts, but I think I'm ready to get off the Takayasu train. Now last year, he ended so strong. He ended with those Jun Yushos, and a year ago, in Kyushu, he made it all the way to a playoff and then lost to Abi. This year, it just hasn't been that great. It's been him dropping down the Banzuke, doing okay in mid Maegashira, bumming back up, but every time he comes back up to the Joey, he gets smacked back down. So he's back up in the Joey. I'm expecting another smackdown. Really hope to be wrong about this, but not optimistic for Takayasu. And now, on a happier note, 3 Up. My first up, Maegashira 8 Atami Fuji. Now, I'm very excited about Atami Fuji. Obviously, those of you who watch the show know I'm a big fan. But I think this promotion from the bottom of Maegashira to mid Maegashira, it's moving him up a little bit in terms of competition, but I think he's going to be able to handle this competition. I'm expecting a 10-5 from here on out, and he'll be up in the Joy next tournament. I mean, he's young, he seems pretty healthy. I'm a little worried about the shoulder, but his last 2 tournaments have been 11-4, netting him a Juryo Yusho and a Makuuchi Jun Yusho playoff loss. So even though he's in a very interesting and talented group of wrestlers right there in the middle of Maegashira, and so we maybe have a little tough competition the first week, I still expect 10 wins out of Atami Fuji. The second up, Maegashira 11 Hirado Umi. Ooh, I love me a pixie. Now, Hirado Umi has had 2 straight losing tournaments, but I think he's now low enough to rank at Maegashira 11 that he should be able to get a winning record and start bouncing his way back up. He's still very young, and though he's still undersized, I still think there's a little bit of growth, and his true talent level lies maybe up in the Joy. And my final up wrestler, Maegashira 14, Ichi Yamamoto. Now, he had an amazing tournament last tournament, went 13-2, won the Juryo Yusho. This guy's been in Makuuchi before. He's done pretty well. It looks like he has been hurt recently, so if he is over the hurt, as I just said, I think that the top of Juryo and the bottom of Makuuchi are very similar in terms of talent level. So I think if he got 13-2 in mid-Juryo, I expect him to at least be able to get a Kachikoshi at the bottom of Maegashira. Now it's time for Oh Which Way We Going, a recurring segment where we look at specific wrestlers who are at a crossroads in their career and speculate as to which way they going. First one, Maegashira 1 Ura! Now, as longtime viewers know, I love Ura and really hope he does well this tournament. But he's up at Maegashira 1, his top rank of all time. He's never made Sanyaku. Last time he was ranked this high, he only got 4 wins. Did not go well. But the past year has been very interesting for Ura. In fact, this year he's only gotten 7 wins or 9 wins. If he pulls 9 wins in this tournament, it looks like he might get his very first Sanyaku berth. But Ura is always such a frustrating wrestler because I don't think his offense is nearly as good as his defense, and when you get ranked this high, you can't just live on reactive sumo. The guys up there are just too good. So, can Ura get enough offense together to get a Kachikoshi ranked this high? Maegashira 4, Gonoyama. Okay. Now this guy, he's been looking really good. He's a young pusher thruster. He's 25. He's been just having a lot of upward mobility. Where is the first ceiling going to be? Now he's only been bumped up a single rank, but that single rank might be bumping him up into the Joy where he has to face a whole bunch more of the Sanyaku. Last tournament, he faced 4 Sanyaku members and lost 3 times. Is he ready to get up into the meat grinder? And Maegashira 12, the Iron Man, Tamawashi. Mentioned in my recap episode for the last tournament, I'm worried about this guy. Only 2 wins last tournament. He needs at least 6 to be safe from Juryo demotion, so we'll take that as a win this tournament. Go 6-9. Hope it's a lot more. I'm hoping for more time, but 38, not a lot of time left. The next bold prediction, both of our Komasubi will go Make Koshi. Yeah, Abi and Hokuto Fuji. There's a lot of chaos there between these two wrestlers. And obviously, Hokuto Fuji has done very well. He's gotten a few Junyusho in his career. Abi is, of course, our returning, defending Kyushu champion. Okay, don't think that's going to happen again. In fact, this tournament, I see both guys getting 6 or 7 wins. And it's nothing against these two guys. It's just that I think, and my bolder prediction is, the Sekiwake and Ozeki, all of the ones who finish the tournament, will get 9+ wins. Yes, I think we are still at a point where we are very, very top-heavy on the Bansuke, and I expect the talent at the top to once again reign supreme. I'm not expecting that much out of the Maegashira ranks. Now we're getting into the Yusho picks. All right. Bold prediction. The Juryo Yusho will go to Onosato. All right. Now, a lot of you in the comments have been complaining that I do not talk about Onosato and think I must be somehow biased against him. I am not. I am just very wary of putting the label of the Young Hotness on someone before it is fully earned. Now, Onosato came out very strong, got a 6-1 in his first Makushita tournament, but the next tournament up at Makushita 3, 4-3, and that is the reason I have been a little bit holding back on the Onosato hype train. But this past tournament, 12-3, had an incredible tournament. Now he's bumped up a bit in Juryo, and he's surrounded completely on the Bansukai by a whole bunch of former Makauchi wrestlers with a lot of tricks up their sleeves. But looking around the Juryo Bansukai, I don't see a lot of other guys who I think really have 10-win potential. The only other 2 Juryo Rikushi I could see maybe getting 10 or more wins in this tournament are Ukrainian giant Shishi. Being huge is a wonderful strategy, especially in Juryo. And Juryo 1, Koto Shoho. I have no idea. The last good tournament he had was at the very beginning of this past year, finishing second to Takakeisho's Yusho. And since then, it's just been Make Koshi and injury and just a tumble down the Bansuke. Now, he's done this before and fought his way back up, so if whatever has been wrong starts to fix itself and get better, then yes, I could absolutely see Koto Shoho dominating this Juryo tournament, but I don't know if he's there. And now the bolder prediction, the Yusho pick. Man, this was a tough one. All right, I have 3 wrestlers who I feel very strongly have a very good chance to win this tournament. Number 1, Ozeki Takakeisho. This is the pick I want. This is the heart pick. This is the please win this tournament and make Yokozuna I love you so much by battle answer. But history is against him. And by history, I mean his own personal history. I would love it if he could pull out a 13-2 again and leave no doubt that he is Yokozuna material. Well, we'll see. I think he needs the Yusho here to get the rope. I do not think that a 12-3 June Yusho is going to do it, especially off of an 11-4 Yusho. So he might get a 12-3 June Yusho or an 11-4 June Yusho and have that extend a possible Yokozuna run, but I don't see a promotion without a Yusho here. The second one I was thinking about was Ozeki Kirishima. He is due for an excellent tournament, and he has been very quiet since his promotion. I could easily see him coming in under the radar, laying waste to the first week, ending 6-1, and then pushing through to what apparently 12 wins is enough these days. So a 12-3, I definitely could see out of Kirishima. And the last one, my dark horse pick, would be Kota Nowaka. Yeah, he's one I think is just waiting for a jump here, but he has 20 wins in his last 2 tournaments. A jump here and a 13-win Yusho, we could be talking Ozeki, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen the jump ability out of him yet, but of course, we don't see the jump until it happens. So yes, I think all of these wrestlers are going to get double-digit wins and have great tournaments, but I think the Yusho will go to Ozeki Kirishima. Sorry, Takakeisho. I love you so much. But yeah, I think Ozeki Kirishima will come out and win his 2nd tournament of the year. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Dohyo. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. That just tells the YouTube algorithms that people love the Dohyo and want to see more Dohyo. And we all want that, don't we? Stay tuned to the channel for all the amazing year-end content coming up, as well as all of our mid-basho quick strikes and November recap coming up. Also, we've got whose year was it? Updated Ozeki rankings, charts of my tiers. You're gonna love all of this. So everyone, stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and I will see you next time on the Dohyo.